Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and I'd like to discuss Leonardo da Vinci. And this morning I was doing my daily forecast that you can find on my YouTube here, and talking a little bit about Mars and Aquarius. It made me think of. I was talking mostly about myself. It made me think of Mars and Leo. I was thinking of Nick Kyrgios, and I was thinking of Leonardo da Vinci, and I thought he had Mars and Leo. And I just checked it out, and it's actually Mars and Aquarius. And I'd like to look at his chart here because he's a good example of what I was talking about this morning with Mars and Aquarius. And in his painting, specifically in his painting, the Last Supper, because it's my understanding that that painting is basically the zodiac and the path of the sun going over the horizon in disguise as this Last Supper depiction of Jesus and his 12 disciples, the signs of the zodiac. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it's funny because I've seen Christians tattoo this on their arm, and they would never talk about astrology. It doesn't, it's a stupid belief system. And here they are with this Last Supper painting tattooed on their arm. So we look at Da Vinci's, look at his astrology here. He's got Sagittarius rising. So the ruler of his chart is Jupiter. Jupiter's in Pisces in the third, and it's conjunct the moon. He's got Neptune on the MC. And of course we have Mars in Aquarius. And that Mars in Aquarius is also moving towards Jupiter. Now, the reason I mention all that with the Jupiter in the third and Pisces, you could see this guy is a truth seeker. And maybe he was religious. I mean, he could have been religious early in his life. I don't really know much about him other than this painting. And I'm not going to do any more research right now. I'm just going to go through the astrology. And with the third house Pisces, this could be somebody who maybe he tried to speak about religion. And maybe he did a little bit of both. He did some proselytizing, spoke about religion, did some preaching, and then he maybe came to the truth later in his life. Or maybe he skipped the first part altogether and then spoke about about what Christianity really is, and people didn't like it. So what does he do? He's a creative person. He's an artist. He's an imaginative person. Neptune on the MC, Jupiter in Pisces, Moon in Pisces. What does he do? He creates paintings with hidden meanings. And I don't believe this is the only painting that he created with hidden meanings. But that's Mars and Aquarius. Mars and Leo, like I was talking about this morning, you might just put it out there and get away with it. But he couldn't do that. So he hides this controversial material in paintings. He's being that rebellious person that I was talking about, but he's doing it in a behind the scenes way. Very Aquarius way, detached, aloof. What's the word? I guess aloof is a good word. I know he was also into technology by creating things that are different, unique, advanced. Because this is advanced. For the most part, this could be considered an advanced society when you just look at society as it is. And even back then, and it still is the same today. The majority of the population is behind the times. And that Mars is moving towards that Jupiter from the second to the third, where it's coming to a point where he's speaking. He wants to speak about it, as opposed to, say, it was Jupiter Mars conjunction in a new phase where Mars is moving away from Jupiter. Just a couple more things here while I'm on. He does have Uranus in the same sign in Cancer as the South Node. And it's not a conjunction, but it is moving away from the South Node in the 8th house. So more of that Aquarian energy from speaking to where he's coming from with that 8th house Pluto as well. Easily could have been a person who was involved in the occult, involved in hidden science, very much involved in the hidden side of life, which speaks more to him coming out through his paintings with some of the stuff he just couldn't speak about out in public. That just shows more of a person who would hide something like that in a painting. And there was a movie recently that came out. I forget what it was called. Oh, The Glass Onion. Yeah, it's called like The Glass Onion. And the painting, there's a painting at the end of that movie that the main character brings out. It's the Mona Lisa, and that's interesting because they were known in the movie as the Disruptors. So that just came to me as I was making this video. That it was interesting that he would be. Da Vinci would have one of his paintings in that movie with the Disruptors. We also have a sextile here with Uranus and Venus. And I think I will leave it there with this chart. Maybe we'll come back to it another time. Really just wanted to focus on this Mars and Aquarius and the Last Supper painting. If you don't know anything about it, check it out. Try to dig up some information on the Last Supper. And if you don't know much about astrology, if you're new to astrology, I would love to help you out. I'd love to teach you as much as I can about astrology. So please subscribe to the channel. And if you would like more information about my astrology, check out my website at joesastrology.com.